Растягиваешь, смотришь на них.
Camila Valieva visited Lacey Shiva at the YouTube show Daring Cooking. They prepared fried salmon with sauce and a salad with arugula and shrimp, and along the way the skater answered questions about stress at the Olympics, idols, longevity in figure skating, and about the chosen path. What is your interview? On YouTube the first. Welcome to the vastness of YouTube. Kamilachka, of course, you are the heartbreaker of all of us. We are all still sitting in a waiting position and thinking, when is this gold already on your chest? Because, well, suffered. What are you feeling right now? Still waiting. Another international court must pass. So far I can't say anything more about it. You're a little girl, so much has fallen on you. We all support you and love you very much. It seems to me that no one has ever burst in like that. I looked at you and thought, this little girl, this is how much courage, how much strength you have. The whole country is with you. Tell me, what are we going to cook today? Salad with shrimp and fish. Do you often cook? Well, often, yes. At least once a day for sure. Your first dish, how old were you? 6 years. My grandmother taught me how to cook eggs, so that when I wanted to eat, I could at least cook scrambled eggs. Can you combine cooking and talking? I think yes. Let's start with the salad first, and then the fish. The fish is quick to make, we fry it for literally 5 minutes. I know that in your free time you dance. Yes, I love to dance. Wow, huh? Not only. Contempo is generally my love. I want to try hip-hop, everything. Does it somehow help you to combine it with figure skating? Yes. But it rather unloads my nervous system after training. I even rest more when I dance. How did you get into figure skating? YouTube doesn't know about it yet. My mother took me when I was 3 years old. She took me away because I was often sick. She decided to somehow temper me. She called the rhythmic gymnastics, but they said that they only accept from the age of 4 or 5. And I'm 3.5 years old. Then she called figure skating, they answered. In principle, if your child does not eat ice, then we will take him. I came, I didn't eat ice. They told me everything is fine. True, the next day I got sick again, even worse. But in the end, I continued to practice anyway, and already at the age of 4 I went to ice, rhythmic gymnastics, and ballet. And who did you go to rhythmic gymnastics? And here in Kazan. It's just that my mother even told me that she passed to the 3rd youth category. Did you like it? Well, it was painful, I will say this. But in the future it helped me a lot, because they stretched me well, I sat on the twine. I also went dancing until I was 5 years old. Just like developing. Here. Of course, I can't help but ask you. You said you relieve tension by dancing. But you are very young, maybe half of you still do not understand what is happening around your last name and you. How to deal with stress. You can already teach. I'm still learning how to deal with it. Because it actually turned out to be more difficult. At the Olympics, for example, I walked a lot. Played with headphones. We had a small village, where even a full circle could not be made, everything was fenced. I walked half a circle like this for an hour and a half in the morning, afternoon and evening. At a good pace. Yes. Well, it's 20,000 steps somewhere you did, plus or minus. Well, yes. I'm just a shaman, I love to walk. And you're right, this is such a dynamic unloading. What kind of music did you listen to? Oh, I listen to sad songs. Why? For what? I don't know, on the contrary, that. I felt sad and it became better. I felt sad while I was walking, and then I dropped all the stress and went to training. You're such a positive, beautiful girl, you love to smile. But I want to address you, dear journalists. Why, when you publish about Camila Valieva, do you always use such photos, makes a sad face? And these are their favorite photos. Just what is it? Every time I look. I thought that you would come to me like this. Please, smiling, beautiful girl, can you take such photos? Does it bother you too? Well, yes, a lot of it. You are quite active on social networks. And the comments sometimes knock down or you don't care. When yes, already somehow. Over the course of this year, I began to relate to this more or less calmly. I don't read comments that often anymore. If something needs to be said to me, I have a mother, I have coaches, I have a lot of people around me who will really tell me what needs to be corrected and so on. I do not need to go into the comments and read what is wrong with me. What can you say to the younger generation? There is bullying and bullying. How can young girls deal with this? Less to be on social networks, less to make something important out of it. Now we live more in social networks than in real life. That is, if we go somewhere, we must first take a picture and then look at something. Or sometimes you do not look with real eyes, but do everything through the phone. You just need to downplay the importance of social media and downplay the people who write everything. Because in fact these are people who are hiding behind some accounts. Sometimes they are even accounts without photos, and they write something to you. I think that if a person saw you live, he would never tell you this. Does sport really heal? Yes. This is because you are doing something all the time, and even if you are sad, you are doing something for your own pleasure. What did little Camila dream about when she went out on the ice? Become an Olympic champion. This is a global dream, because I told my mother all the time in kindergarten that I wanted to become an Olympic champion. And yes, I really enjoyed riding. And ride and spin. Itself here is this feeling of speed, with the wind in the face and just wow. It's really unrealistic. Honestly, I tried to skate. Leslie Agudin tried to put me in the first season of the Ice Age, but I got up and immediately left. And then she couldn't do anything. For me, this is something incomprehensible. How to slow down there. We put the blade so across. But they teach this to everything. In the first year, you just learn to slow down first with your heel. Sometimes I even flew into the side, because I was small and did not have time to slow down. And you still kept walking. Certainly. But there were some defeats for sure. And it didn't stop you. Did you fall in love with the sport yourself, or did your mother love figure skating more? I think, until the age of 6, I at least did not understand. I just rode and felt good. Didn't win, I didn't care. But after 6 years, I had already moved to Moscow, and there I got to a more serious coach, and this became important. Well, of course, when you lose such emotions. But still. Losing loses strife. When you fell there, you yourself understand. And when you skated cleanly, ideally for yourself, but for some reason they don't give you. Here, probably, here is SAGs. Here, yes, the most offensive. But at a conscious age, when I already entered international competitions, if I did everything, then I won. It is clear that if you make a mistake, the next day you will come to the rink and redo everything until it becomes perfect. On your own or under pressure from coaches. Herself. The coach, of course, said what and how to do, how much. But even if suddenly it didn't work out, then I did it again and again. That is, such a workaholic, right? And what about the school? Fine, haha. And such a nervous laugh. Well, last year I passed the OJ. In this I am actively preparing for the exam. Before that, I just went to school a couple of times a week and turned in my homework. And now, in between training sessions, I study online with teachers. It's just preparation. It is very convenient not to travel back and forth. What is your favorite subject? Mathematics. Seriously? Yes, I like. Where does this come from? It's strange even. Don't know. Somehow I like the exact sciences better. I know that if this is plus this, then it will definitely be this. That is, there should be logic in everything. Yes. Are there any clues? They say about athletes that we are suspicious, we believe in all these signs. Here you are suspicious. Oh, it happened. I try to clean it up, because it has already gone to extremes. What were the extremes? If I suddenly put on a skate not on my left foot, then I unlaced it, took it off, put the skates on again. But now it is not, now everything is fine. Everyone has their own signs. Whom I have asked never coincided. Where did these signs come from? Did not think. It seems to me, due to the fact that we have a very unpredictable sport. The ice is slippery, and you are already beginning to believe. What if this will help me? I used to think so. Do you have any idols at all? So who do you like? In figure skating, Alina Zagitova, Zhenya Medvedeva. They are completely different. Completely different, but unique and beautiful in their own way. And Yulia Lipnitskaya, when I first saw her at the 2014 Olympics, I just sat and was like, wow, how she rides, how she spins. And she looked at the girls the same way. It's from figure skating. And from life. I don't know. Singer. Actress. Oh no. Maybe the actress who played in the series Wednesday, Jenna Ortega. She's cool, but I can't say that I'm a fan of her. Not yet. What movies and series do you watch? One from the series Wednesday I watched, Vampires of the Middle Band, a Russian series came out recently. I really liked it, crazy. From the programs I watch improvisation a lot, because sometimes I just want to laugh. And I rarely watch movies. Even if I watch, I do not remember all the films. Well, how do you spend your leisure time? On a weekend? On weekends I usually try to go for a walk. Walk, meet friends. For example, we went to the cinema, to quests, to karting. This is generally my love. Is it possible to predict in figure skating? I would like to skate until the age of 25-27. You can set a goal, but already look at the path to it. What will happen to you by 27? We have a wonderful example of Liza Tatamasheva. She is 26 years old. She is in great shape. But very few girls reach this level at 26 years old. Most graduate at 21. Please don't finish, okay? I'm trying. Because it's so bright, whoosh, like a comet. I think you've already been seen on Mars. The main thing is not to go out so quickly. I want you to shine more. And I really want to. Do figure skaters, in my opinion, do not have such problems with weight as gymnasts. Eat. How many times a day are you weighed? Once. No, you do not have such problems with weight as gymnasts. Well, not so much, yes. What is your ideal weight? At the Olympics it was 45 kilograms. Now I will not say how much weight. Height is 163 centimeters. Why do you need weight? Because it is very difficult to reach the program, especially the free program with a lot of weight. With a lot of weight, there must be some specific one. If you weigh too little, then you will not reach it purely physically, because you will not have enough strength. And if it's big, then you won't jump in the second half. There should be a middle, not too thin, not too massive, and so that it was beautiful on the ice. Do you have vacations? Yes, we have them in May, the month. How do you spend them? I'm flying somewhere. Let's tell the whole truth. Turkey, all-inclusive, eat from morning to night, discos. There's no disco, but we eat, yes. What do you like to eat? Oh, I love sweets very much. It's just too bad that I'm such a sweet tooth. For some reason, I really like the fish in the last few weeks. Our coach usually jokes that we go on vacation alone, other people come in general. For the better. Let's just say, in terms of volume, ha ha ha. What was your maximum? So you recovered in May by how much? Well, 4 kilograms. But she didn't deny herself anything. Yes. How did you drop it? More training, and in the evening, the main thing is not to be alone with yourself. And with the fridge. That is, try to take a walk or sit with the guys. Mom is with you everywhere. Yes, well, almost yes. In addition to the Olympic season, it was impossible there. We had very strict rules about quarantine, and when we flew to the starts, there was one coach for each athlete. And that's all. And it doesn't matter if you are 18 years old, not 18, you fly alone, you live alone. Someone cannot live without a mother. And my mother, on the contrary, taught me. I wouldn't be here, and you have to do everything yourself. I myself did makeup, did my hair, cooked from the age of 14-15. The only thing is that my mother ironed the dress. Where do you see yourself after the sport? I would like to try as a coach, to work a little, at least a little. But I'm still thinking. I really want to continue my sports career, realize it as much as possible, and then, I think, by the age of 20, at least, I'll be at least a little. How do you feel in front of the cameras? Fine. Yes. Do you want to try leading? Want. But everything needs to be learned. Injuries is something bothering you. Sometimes. Well, it is. Does the experience of senior colleagues teach you to take care of yourself? More warm-ups, more kneading and stretching. Directly such serious injuries, no. You are the patients of figure skating, and I am the injury of rhythmic gymnastics. All about injuries this is for me. Now medicine has stepped forward. We just got stronger. Once upon a time, at the age of 13, there are many more of them and the knees hurt, and the feet, and the leg was broken. I broke my leg after the junior stage of the Grand Prix. I lay motionless for a month. I went out on the ice, they told me. You won't make it in time, we have the final in a month, just skate. Then Natalia Georgievna came out. Why don't you have time? Go. And I tried very hard to recover. It was quite painful, but tolerable, and the motivation appeared to recover faster. And where did it break? The fifth metatarsal bone on the right foot, and on the left I don't remember the name of the bone, but where the lower leg is, plus or minus there. If you were offered to start all over again, would you choose the same path? Or would you change something? Now it's not about injuries, but in general about your path. I would still choose this one. I love. There are difficulties, but this is a really good path, and I have achieved a lot in this short period of time. I hope I still get it. And I met so many cool, wonderful, interesting people along the way. They taught me so much. I would go through this again. Incredible girl, I'm about to cry. Take care, I'm truly your fan. The stage is yours, say something to the same caring people like me. Wish us something. I wanted to thank you very much for the support, such faith, so many joyful emotions when such eminent people tell me that I skate well and inspire. It's insanely nice. This is what I basically aspire to. When we skate, for the most part we skate for you, the audience, so that you feel the energy that comes from us.